I talk a lot about APIs. I talk a lot about the tech. I talk a lot about the standards. But let's just step away from the tech for a second. Because the things we want from the tech is we want consistency, we want availability, and we want security. Why does that have to be an API? And it doesn't. Why you need an API is because without one, you're not in business. Oh yeah, sure. You can have a inconsistent, unavailable, fairly non-secure API, and people work around it until they find something better. Think of the companies that are so valuable in our world today. Twitter would not have become the arbitrator of communication from the President of the United States if it didn't have a simple API that news agencies could hook up to in order to pull information and redistribute information. Amazon, it's a retail giant and it's the largest hosting company. And it's that hosting company in part because of the APIs. They use them internally and we use them outside in order to spin things up. So much of what we do in modern commerce runs through Amazon, not because they have a bunch of computers that sit in a server farm somewhere, but because it's easy to interact with those computers and those services. When a company wants to do business with another company, they look for some basic features. Salesforce, great CRM. It's very well established. And one of the reasons, again, is the API. You can hook up your business process to it. It's part of that integration of communication. We don't send pieces of paper around anymore. We hook things up. We modify different services to create our own products and services. And we do that by connecting through APIs. Now, should we have standards on APIs? Yes, obviously, because you want your customers to be able to connect to your API, and so you should be following similar standards to what everyone else in modern commerce is doing. You can't change it all the time because if you do, you break business. The importance of an API isn't just about things working the way you think they should. It's about things working the way they will work in business. Without an API, you may stay in business. With an inconsistent, insecure, somewhat unavailable API, you'll stay in business for a while until they work around you. You do not want to be in a position where you're worked around. Now, we can talk about all the fantastic acceleration and ways that you can grow a business. But this is the scare tactic story. This is I want you to understand that companies fall when they don't keep up. When you don't get a telephone in the 1930s. When you don't get a website in the 1990s. When you don't have an API in the 2020s. The importance of an API is the importance of having money in the bank. It's the importance of having competent employees. It's the importance of having anything that makes commerce move. And the importance of that being a consistent, industry standard consistent, secure, meaning compliant with all of the international laws for that kind of security, and available, meaning we're taking money at 1 a.m. because it's an always on. That is the importance of an API. Just being in business.